Hey guys, the name is Kris Barocsi. Welcome to Guitar Tweakz. Today, I will modify my self-built, beloved kind of parts caster, the Troublecaster. I love this guitar. I put a lot of work in it and luckily it turned out really well. Still, I realized that I barely use this guitar in my videos and just in general, I gravitate towards my other guitars. And that is only because of the tones I get with these Filtertrons. So let's swap the pickups, swap the bridge, and modify the pickguard. If you like this video, make sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and check out the description box. You'll find timestamps, additional infos, gear links, and my merchandise in there in case you want to support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. This was a tough decision to make because I quite like the guitar as it is right now. It sounds fantastic. My issue is that it's just way quieter than any of my other guitars, including ones with vintage output, like low output single coil pickups. The way I have my rig set up is kind of interesting. I never have to touch any of the knobs. I don't have to adjust the EQ or gain level or whatever when I'm swapping guitars. Everything works perfectly with my tele, my Strat, my Les Paul, my ES330, my PJDs, those ones behind me, or even the Hardy Benton Diffusion 2. Everything just sounds at its best with the same pedal and amp settings, except for this guitar. Because of the super low output Filtertrons, I always have the feeling that I have to boost some volume, give it some more juice, maybe even boost a little bit the treble to make it sound more lively, to come closer to the tones I get with all of my other guitars. Long story short, these have to go. I don't know why, but somehow this guitar gives me some Phil X vibes right now. I cannot believe, but literally a month has passed since my first recording session for this video. Everything that you've seen until now. It's been a painful wait. I had to do other things and record other videos, but finally I'm back at it. I needed a new bridge. I have it. And I needed new pickups. I have them. This is a bridge that, first of all, has the routing for a tele bridge pickup, so that's already a giveaway. you can tell what kind of pickup will go in there. And also, it is aged, it's relict, which is cool because, I mean, look at this guitar. A shiny new one would definitely not fit on a guitar like this, so that's cool. And also, it has the right material. It's a thin steel base plate and brass barrel type saddles, which is exactly what I like on teles. And it has little carvings for the strings. It's a compensated bridge as well, but also these little carvings, the slots for the strings, are very important because if you have a tremolo, like a Bixby vibrato on your guitar, and want to change the tension of the strings all the time, on these kind of tele barrel saddles, the strings would just move around sideways. They would just fall off after a time, and you would have tuning issues, instability, and just it would not work. This one has that already. They're not super deep, but I think it will work. If not, I will make them a little deeper, but this is already a great starting point and probably even enough. And now let's talk about the pickups. These are waiting for me here in this room for at least 2 weeks now, and it's been painful not to even open it, but I didn't want to. I wanted to open it here with you guys, so yeah, you can imagine how excited I am. These are Nick Silver pickups. Nick Silver is a really small Greek pickup brand. They make bass, guitar, bouzouki, and all kinds of pickups for instruments. And the guy who makes these is called Nikos Asimenios, and he's one of the nicest people on this planet, super friendly, great guy, and an absolute genius of a pickup maker. Let's see. All right, 2 silky smooth little bags. Awesome. All right, so that's going to be the bridge pickup, and it's a, oh, beautiful. This is a Sweeney Todd Nick Silver pickup. It says on the bottom. I hope you can read it. It's pretty dark and it's a silver writing on it, but maybe you can spot it. What this pickup is, it's a flat pole piece pickup, so it's not really a 60s kind of tele pickup. It's probably closer to 50s style, but it's slightly overwound, so it's a little hotter and a little louder than let's say the bridge pickup in my main tele. Let's take a look at the neck pickup, which is a P90. You guys know, if you follow my channel or the Thomann channel, you know how huge of a P90 fan I am. I love P90s. My only issue with mixing P90s with other pickups, especially with single coil pickups, is that most of the P90s are like super warm, punchy, and just so much louder than most single coil pickups. So I told Nikos, like, yeah, I kind of love P90s, but I don't wanna have a very, very loud neck pickup. Blues Jasmine minus 10%, which means that this pickup has, well, 10% less output, which is already great. The tonal characteristics of this pickup are different than, let's say, the same pickup with the full amount of windings, which means that it sounds more open, less punchy low end and lower mid range, which is exactly the kind of P90 I love. So I cannot wait to put these in. All right, let's see what I have to modify on this bridge to make it work on the guitar. Well, luckily not a lot. The size is good. The 4 screw holes that will hold it in place are in the same spot, so it's all compatible. The only thing I have to take care of is the back side wall, like this little ashtray wall, because the strings run pretty flat to the back instead of going through the body, thanks to the Bigsby, right? So in order to give the strings enough space here to avoid touching the back wall of the ashtray bridge, I made little carvings right there where the strings run to the back. So that's something I will have to do on this bridge as well. I have to measure where the strings would run and mark it, and then grab a metal file and just file little carvings in there. At this point, I'm just trying to make sure that it's a bit smoother, that no strings get harmed when I change them, and that it just feels rounder in case I go over it with my hand, like when I palm mute or anything. I just want to make it look a bit neater and just cleaner. Yeah. And then there's the neck pickup, the P90, which is obviously bigger than a Filtertron, luckily in both directions. So it's not like the routing is already too wide for a P90. That would be kind of stupid. Then I'd want to swap the pickguard, which means that I will have to widen it just a tiny bit. And also, obviously, it's way longer than a TV Jones, like way longer. So I will have to measure the correct position of this pickup and mark it on the pickguard, and then grab a file or maybe a saw and just widen it. Pretty sure that these grooves for the strings will not gonna be tight enough and sort of deep enough for this guitar because of the Bigsby. If this was a standard tele and the string then went through the body through these holes on the bottom of the bridge, then this would be perfectly fine and more than enough. You don't even really need grooves on these saddles normally, but because of the Bigsby, I kind of feel like at least the E, the first string, and the second string, the B, would slide around a little bit. I'm really careful when I'm doing something like this because I don't want any sharp edges. So whenever I feel like, okay, that looks good, must be enough, I'll test it with my fingernail. And if I feel any roughness, any friction, then that's not a good sign. So I will go back to that spot and just file a bit more without pushing the nut file. So I just let it slide, move it around in kind of a semicircular shape just to make sure that there are no rough sides. Here's the guitar. I'm done and I'm super excited. I just checked if everything works and obviously made sure that the pickup volume, like the volume of both pickups, is somewhat balanced, and yeah, just made sure that the intonation is fine. I kind of eyeballed it, so I might need to readjust it a little bit, but at this point I just put on new strings and made it ready to test it and try it out finally. So I'm gonna be playing the same thing as what I played months ago when I recorded those playing parts. I try to be as accurate and consistent as possible, and then let's see what other tones I can get out of this guitar. This is exactly how I wanted this guitar to sound like. And it's so exciting. I mean, I love this guitar from day one, like when I made it years ago, or like put it together, like a Barocsi guitar, right? And I really, really wanted to have like a TV Jones or a Filtertron pickup loaded guitar with a Bigsby, kind of a Gretsch vibe, a bit of a country rockabilly kind of vibe. And I loved the way the guitar looked, and I loved the way it sounded clean, but as told, there was just no connection between this guitar with those pickups and all of my other guitars. And that was just too much. This guitar doesn't sound anything like my main tele, my 53 reissue. This sounds punchier in the neck pickup position and just warmer. And definitely clear in the bridge pickup positions. This guitar makes all the sense for me, and I know I will use it way more in videos as well, and just in the evenings and on shows and whenever I get to play guitar. my good buddy on Instagram, Sasha, just gave me a couple of backing tracks that he has. I'll put a link in the description below to his channels, YouTube and Instagram. If you want to check out the backing tracks, just click on the links and you'll see what to do, how to get them. They are just killer. Be prepared to see way more of modding stuff and building stuff on this channel, and a little teaser here on the Thoman's Guitars and Basses channel as well. I cannot tell you too much at this point about whatever is coming up, but it's gonna be awesome. If you enjoy these kind of modding projects and building projects, make sure to subscribe to both channels, then you will not miss those videos very soon. You guys take it easy. Meet you down there in the comment section. See you next week in a new video. I'll be back. Bye-bye.